Muawiyah reported, Allah's Apostle ﷺ said, if Allah wants to do good to a person, He makes him comprehend the religion. If the elderly and the patients with a chronic illness are unable to fast, they can break their fasting, in condition that a righteous Muslim physician advises them to do so. And they should give the poor a sum of money equals the cost of breakfast and bread on meals of every day they have not fasted on it. God says, and upon those who are able to fast but with hardship, a ransom as substitute of feeding a poor person each day. Pregnant or nursing women do not fast if they fear for their health. They must make up for missed days of fasting, but if they fear for the safety of the fetus or the infant, they do not fast. They then make up for missed days of fasting and must give the poor a sum of money equals the cost of breakfast and pre-dawn meals of every day they have not fasted on. A patient with a temporary disease does not fast, on condition that a righteous Muslim physician advises them to do so, and after their recovery, they make up for missed days of fasting. If a traveler for a distance of 84 kilometers is unable to fast, they can break their fast. Afterwards, they can make up for missed days of fasting. Conditions on which a traveler breaks their fasting. Travel is not for disobedience. Travel direction must be specified, but the one who is wandering aimlessly do not break their fasting. The traveler begins the journey before emergence of dawn. Aisha reported that Hamza al-Aslami asked the Prophet ﷺ and said, should I fast during the journey? The Prophet said, fast if you wish and break your fast if you wish. In another narration he said, it is a concession from Allah. Whoever takes it has done well, and whoever wants to fast, there is no sin on him. Abu Sa'id al-Khudri reported, we went out into a battle with Allah's Messenger on the 16th of Ramadan. Some of us fasted, and some of us broke the fast. But neither the fasting person found fault with the one who broke it, nor the breaker of fasting found fault with one who observed it. Jabir ibn Abdullah reported, Allah's Apostle was on a journey and saw a crowd of people, and the man was being shaded by them. He asked, what is the matter? They said, he, the man, is fasting. The Prophet said, it is not righteousness that you fast on a journey. He who has sexual intercourse with his wife must expiate the sin with fasting for 2 consecutive months. If he did not afford it, he would have to feed 60 poor persons. This is because he had committed a great sin. It was narrated from Abu Huraira that Allah's Apostle ﷺ said, whoever breaks the fast during Ramadan without a cause or an illness, then if he fasted for all time, his fasting would not make up for it. Whoever had to make up for missed days of fasting Ramadan and was lazy about doing so without an excuse till the new month of Ramadan was due, they would make up for these days and expiate with feeding a number of poor persons equals the number of these missed days. Whoever forgets that they are fasting and eats or drinks in the daytime of Ramadan, their fasting is valid, and they are to rinse their mouth and complete fasting that day. It was narrated from Abu Huraira that the Messenger of Allah ﷺ said, if anyone forgets that he is fasting and eats or drinks, he should complete his fast, for it is only Allah who has fed him and given him drink. Whoever wakes up in the morning in a state of sexual impurity their fasting is valid. They are to bathe immediately to be able to perform prayers. Aisha reported, at times Allah's Apostle used to get up at dawn during Ramadan in a state of sexual impurity, janaba. Then he took a bath and fasted. Whoever gets up does not know if it has been called to the morning prayer or not, and eats or drinks, then they discover that it has been called to the morning prayer, their fasting becomes invalid. They are to abstain from eating and drinking on this day, and afterwards they make up for this day. He who dies and obligatory vow or expiation fasting is due on him, one of his relatives, ascendants or descendants, fasts on his behalf, or feeds a number of poor persons equals the number of these missed days. Ibn Abbas reported, a man came to the Prophet ﷺ and said, my mother died, and she ought to have fasted 1 month, for she missed Ramadan. Shall I fast on her behalf? The Prophet said, yes. Allah's debts have more right to be paid. For more knowledge about this topic, go to the link in the description below this video. If you liked this video, please press like, share with others, subscribe to get more videos, and as usual, thanks for watching.